He was kind, he was joyful, he had a very, very open mind, as well as some very, very firm convictions. From my point of view as a Catholic leader, he established what was called the All-Party Group for the Holy See. So he understood the importance of the worldwide Catholic Church and increased and improved relationships between the Catholic Church and the British government that led, for example, to the visit of Pope Benedict to this country in 2010 and a reciprocal visit from government representatives to the Holy See the following year, of which David was a part.
He also campaigned for religious liberty issues generally, didn't he? I mean, he was very much not a sectarian type of person.
No, he was an MP. He was an MP for all his constituencies. He was an MP who was a Catholic. So he was there for everybody. And I think what touches me most deeply this evening are the words that were just quoted. When one of his fellow MPs was killed, he said, this could happen to any of us. But did he change his way? No, he did not. He left himself in the front line to meet his constituents, to be with them, knowing the risk. And I think that's why, for me, there's a tremendous tragic poignancy that he was actually killed in a place of worship, in a Christian church. And if you think about the Christian faith, it is centered so much on generosity, on self-sacrifice, and that's what he did. And yet also a Christian church is a source of hope that these terrible acts of evil are not ever the end of the story. So I think the coming together of those things, of the man, of his faith, the place of his death, and the symbol of it all, both deepens our appreciation of his life and helps to put a bit of hope back into our hearts.
Do you think that politics has become so polarised now that men of principle, politicians of principle, will be worried about entering the world of politics?
I hope not. I think what Sir David showed was that it's very possible to profoundly disagree with people, but not to fall out with them, to maintain friendships. And that's the quality of political life that we need. And that's the quality of dialogue, which I should say is in jeopardy, because you cannot do that on Twitter. You cannot do that online. You have to be prepared to meet and listen and work together. I think it would be absolutely premature to read some political motivation into this killing. This is a random act, I assume, of somebody who probably didn't know why they were doing it. Sir David said, you know, we meet people who are mentally very disturbed. So I don't think this should be read as a comment on the political life of this country. It should be read as a comment on the generosity of those who serve their country as MPs, on their courage and on their dedication. And those qualities, I hope, would encourage other people to enter politics as a noble vocation.